Forgiveness. What does that actually even mean? A lot of people talk a good game when it comes to forgiveness. But what does that actually mean? Does it mean taking the high road even when you don't really want to? Is that what forgiveness means? Does it mean letting other people off the hook for the things that they might have done to harm you? Is that what forgiveness means? I think forgiveness means letting go of any attachment you have to a certain outcome around the harms you may have had in your life. This is me just making it up in the moment. Here we go. We're just making it up as we go. For me, that's what feels like forgiveness to me, is letting go of any emotional attachments you still might have to a person or an event or something that might have happened to you in your life. It could be when you were bullied as a kid. You know, it could be a past relationship. It could be somebody cheated on us, somebody did us wrong, you know. And those darker emotions, what we consider darker, more low vibration emotions, are ones that are stronger in nature. There's more power in them, right? There's more power in those ones. They trap themselves in our bodies more easily than other ones, you know, than some of the higher vibration ones, you know. We don't ever struggle with love being trapped in our body or happiness being trapped in our body. We usually struggle with resentment and anger, you know, and those kind of things. And so forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the shackles of those emotional attachments you might have, you know. It frees yourself, but it also frees the other person. Because as long as you're holding on to those negative energies, as long as you're holding on to that stuff, then both of you are trapped in this space, you know. Whether the other person has moved on or not, it doesn't matter. They might have moved on and it looks like they're living their best life. But as long as you maintain that emotional connection to whatever event it was that tied the two of you together, then they might look like they're moving on, but they're also stuck. They're also trapped with you energetically in that space. So when you're forgiving, you let go of that. You let go of that history. You let go of that attachment. You let go of it and you replace it with love. You actually lift yourself into a space where you see the perfection of it all. That's true forgiveness, is you lift yourself into that higher view where you might see how all the puzzle pieces are fitting together and how those things that happened to you might be perfect for you in those moments, perfect for your growth. They were a beautiful offering from the universe, a perfect offering from the universe for you to really decide and figure out who you are and own yourself and step into your strength and step into your power. But you can't do that as long as you have an emotional attachment to what happened, as long as you're carrying resentment, as long as you're carrying anger. And as long as you're doing that, you're also splashing that on new people in your life as well. So look at those places. If I could suggest something to you, look at those places where you're still harboring those resentments, those angers, those negative things, and step into forgiveness. Step into letting go, you know. Step into a place of love and see the perfection of it all.